ready for December, 2nd. Everybody, including the governor, everybody is warming up towards that direction. And Nigeria seems to be tired about it, about anything, preparing for possible breakup. Simon Ekpa today, recently, Nnamdi Kanu was being resurfaced from DSS saying, I am coming out very soon with Biafra. Is Biafran restoration working to your own expectation?
Anyway, for me, I know that Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu is an enigma, is a phenomenon. The object of the instrument of sacrifice, yes, or instrument of sacrifice is this man, MNK, Nnamdi Kanu. Then, Ekpa is an inexplicable phenomenon. By me judging his achievements so far as a prime minister of Biafra in exile, he exiled himself in Finland and is making all this, consultation without confrontation to make sure that Biafra emanates so soon. I see an Ekpa that has already succeeded. Other states, all the detractors that were making noises about Ekpa's achievements so far, they are all wasting their time. Those efforts that have been, rolled out recently are efforts in futility. Very useless efforts because Ekpa has gone beyond that. Nigeria international image is scattered, dragged on the mud on daily basis. Our image has been dented beyond repair, which is why there is no country, I always repeat it on social media, that will ever align with Nigeria to shoot one bullet in Igbo land. Chinese, I start with Chinese. The only place China know in the world, in the whole Africa, is Onitsha. Go and do your research. Onitsha main market, they are the biggest importers. You have the biggest importers in main market Onitsha, Nkwonewi, and so on and so forth. China does not know Lagos. China does not know Abuja. Okay, if you tell China man about Nigeria, we tell you Igbo. Okay, China can never align with Nigeria to fight their customers. Their number one customers are the Igbo merchants on the continent of Africa. China will never ever align to fight those people that are giving them food. China cannot do that. I listen to me. For that reason, Simon Ekpa is an enigma. A living legacy. A legacy that is still alive. Not in his demise. He is alive. But he's an inexplicable human being to have achieved this kind of lofty attainment so far. An exiled prime minister.
Is it true that because of Simon Ekpa powerful moves in all the military formations, they led the federal government to retire over 25 generals, whom they believe they are very weak and they cannot be able to stand, the move of Simon Ekpa ahead of 2nd December?
Anyway, maybe they're trying to, bring up the younger ones, the new blood, of which I see it as a bunch of failure.
Yes,
that idea
people are not
a move into failure.
Again.
They have failed already because I've never seen an Igbo man recently joining Nigerian military. No family in Igbo land.
Yeah, they say they are not interested.
Igbo man is not interested in joining enrollment into Nigerian military anymore. Why? Nigerian military are bent on killing the innocent youth in the southeastern Nigeria. And it is a curse to Igbo man to join that kind of government institution that is full of inefficiency. Is it not inefficiency of Nigerian government that brings about looking down on the southeastern Nigeria for many years, excluding them on and the political leadership of the country. Look at Obi, they don't like Obi's face. That's why they invited all manners of military men at the court level to make sure that they read all the gospel, legal gospel, all gospel of the law for over 18 hours instead of throwing out the best judgment for justice to take its course against people that are bent on rigging out the real choice made by Nigerians. And actually they succeeded on doing that. Obi was what? Rigged out. And Nigerian court, the only language everybody knows in Nigeria is judiciary rascality, judiciary radicality, judiciary efflave. Is it not the barbarism that is worrying everybody? Barbarism in Nigeria. Instead of Nigerians to come out and drag it with all these professional riggers, their own rights, the verdict they have given to Obi, they went into sleeping. They are all asleep, turning their back on theirs, on their own rights, their civil rights, their mandate. The mandate they have given to somebody was dragged, stamped, dragged on the mud. And today we are seeing a Nigeria that is not working. Our people is shouting, no rice, no peace. It is government inefficiency that we are suffering now. Irresponsible government. Irresponsible administration of whatever. I don't want to know. Yes, they are not. Wike is not responsible. Let us tell ourselves the truth. If he is, he will have no reason to be fighting a man that won an election in River State. The right choice made by the River Rhine. Whether he rigged it against Labour or not, the radicality of Nigerian judiciary has put a similar year. Because we know Fubara did not win, it was Labour. Now, the man that rigged Labour out is trying to rig Fubara out too. But it is late. The Judicial, they said no. The Igbo nationalities there, Igbos, they said no.
Yes, that brings me to the story developing. It was a hidden thing. Wike could not be able to disclose that. He went to Igbo communities in River State and pleaded with them to deny their Igbo ancestry and identity. It is for him to use them against what? And they said no, that River State
belongs to Igbo. Yes, that's another topic I want to just throw light on. And I'm not, in a haste to at least pressure people that say turn their back on their ancestry, where they come from. The whole River Rhine, in River State, Biafra, all of them are Igbo men. They are Igbo man. The Igbo man is from Anambra, expanded everywhere, all over the communities along the Delta, Niger Delta region. They are all Igbos. Ukwale has owned it up. Abo has owned it up. The whole communities in Delta State, they have owned it up. Yes. They own it up. Umunade, they own it up. And they go. Okay, what I cannot stand is weakness or weakness. Let me say stupidity. Because you pleaded someone to denounce his nationality, he said no. It means you are what? A bunch of failure. Wike has failed. And let me tell you, what Edwin Chika is selling into Edwin Chika Clark is selling into the mind of the Niger Deltans will never ever derail the efforts of Biafra from coming to be. Emancipation of Biafra is coming, whether the Chika Clark, Edwin Chika Clark, what's the name of this man, Asari Dokubo, and so on and so forth. All the Delta regions that are distancing themselves from Biafra, it cannot stop Biafra from coming. And when Biafra comes, we know how we do it. Yes. If we don't fight over a road that goes across my compound, it will not stop from human traffic. I don't want to understand that proverb. We must get Biafra. Biafra is on the way coming. And forget about those Igbos. Forget about those Igbos. Let's get our Biafra first. Nobody's fighting over Ikwere. Nobody's fighting over Abo. Nobody's fighting over Okwama community. No. Okay, when it comes, the exiled prime minister is working. According to him, that we are listening to. Nnamdi Kanu must come out.
He said it.
I listen to
him. You're not interested in pictures again.
Wait. M-U-S-T. Nnamdi Kanu will not die there. And if he dies, see, let me tell you, Nnamdi Kanu is coming out. Nnamdi Kanu is coming out. Biafra is coming, whether the devil likes it or not. All those ethnic nationalities that our sister tribes, our brothers and sisters in the Niger Delta, don't fight them now. When Biafra comes, everybody will go. Biafra now. They know it. If you don't do it by force, do it by choice. Do it democratically. You will find out that all of them will follow us. Okay, when Biafra comes, you will actually see that the Edo State is coming. Some part of Ondo will decide to follow you.
40 years, that's what the Prime Minister was saying.
It's not by force. The nature, God has created it that way. And nobody can stop what God has started. It's just like what is happening in Israel. You know how many times Israel scattered all over the world? From the time of Babylonian captivity, Assyria, they scattered all over the world. Still, in our age, 1945 down to 1939, that was the final breakup. The Jews scattered all over the world. Yet, it wasn't enough. In 1948, 3 years after the Second World War, what happened again? They went back to where they are today. And they do the needful. They do the needful. And God give them. And they stay there today. And you see, ideology of an Iranian man and an Iraqi man is to blot out the name of Israel out of the world map. Israel is there. Today, waxing strong. To the detriment of those who are what? Anti-peace. Anti-life. There are people that don't like life. What they want in their life is slaughtering human beings. And that is what Netanyahu is fighting in the Middle East. If evil axis happen to win that war, the whole world is in danger. That is what black man doesn't know. Yes. Each and every ideology that comes, black man will take it upon himself and start doing it the other way around. Islam, who tell you that Islam is full of evil? Do they practice Islam in Saudi Arabia the way Fulani man is practicing Islam in Nigeria? Fulani man is killing somebody because of religion. Are they slaughtering people in Saudi Arabia? Is it not the most peaceful place? People are feeding well. Nigerian man is practicing it the other way around so that he will oppress Igbo man. I like that an Igbo man was made the national imam at National Mosque in Abuja. Iliyasu Osman and the Senate President Ababio is trying to become a Muslim. A black man has bad mind. One Bible is talking about man's poison as his heart. Bible is referring to black man. Black man is too evil in his heart. That's why I always tell Nigerian politicians, every political administration that comes to be in Nigeria is targeting Igbo man to bring him down. That's why to clear a container now, which was before 4.5 million, is now 5 times bigger, 26 million. So that Igbo man will drop his business. And he will start what? Lamenting. But Oga, no lamentation. The more you press him down, the more you press him down, the more he increases in his borders, in his enclavement. His business chain sub-business expands even across Nigerian country. I don't want to understand. So the more you oppress Igbo man, the bigger he grows. We don't give a damn. That is from nature. That's what God has done. The more you oppress Israel, the stronger Israelis are. They are waxing strong, fighting their enemies right in the enemy's territory. Who has done that before? 140 jet bomber landed in Iran last Saturday. And what? Decimated Iran nuclear factory. Yes. Destruction that is beyond repair. And Saudi Arabia is annoyed. Why is Saudi Arabia not annoyed? When Hamas went to Israel
on October 7th,
they created the land of Israel, killing people up to babies of 8 months. Do they think that Israel is Nigeria? Israel cares for the lives of Israelis. In Nigeria here, if you are dying, nobody cares. Okay, Nigerian man don't have access to medication now. Nobody's saying anything about it. Nothing is working. Things are working in Israel. That's why you cannot go there and mess that land and go free. See, let me tell you, Iran will never go free. For bombing Israel, Iran will never go free. Israel is not the kind of country you can try all this, rubbish and get scot-free.
Oh, yes, just to round up, and a former aide of Benjamin Netanyahu, Naftali
Bennett.
Hanaya,
Okay.
a former aide to Benjamin, spoke so much about Biafra. Yes, I can give you his video to watch. He said a lot of things about Biafra. He said that the Israeli government is aware of Biafran quest for restoration, and he's also aware the plight of people in Nigeria. Is this something coincidence for you?
No, it's not a coincidence. So no, blood is thicker than water. If you check my DNA, it is pointing towards Middle East, Promised Land. If you check my DNA, it's pointing towards the Jacobites. The Jacobites are the Israelis. I have Abrahamic faith in me. It is not by chance. What Naftali Hanaya said Israel is going to unfold, not only in Nigeria, it's going to unfold in the world, that Israel are recognizing their own gradually. The Jews are coming back home, all the black Jews in Africa. It does not, the component is not only Igbo. Go to the Maasais in Kenya. Go to Swahilis. Go to Uganda. India means mother is a black Jew. If you watch or read 90 minutes at Entebbe, you will see how he addressed Menachem Beggar, the then Israeli Prime Minister, when a jetliner was hijacked by PLO, Palestinian Liberation Organization, flew into Entebbe Airport in Uganda. If you read 90 minutes at Entebbe, you will actually find out that Idi Amin is of black Jews, having that connection through his mother, maternity. Yes. So the Igbos, Israel is coming to save their own. Israel is coming, and we are going to give them 100% alliance. Israel is Biafra, Biafra is Israel. I know that some persons are not happy with me now. Their mind has changed. Their countenance gone blue, dark.
But that's the reality.
But it is a reality. I am Mary. Yes, I'm from a descendant of Mary. You have a Mary. You have Mweri. You have a Mweri. From there, the Holy Ghost expanded down to Atlantic Ocean. Are you listening to me? The whole coastal line of Biafra. Where are the risks? If you don't like it, now you sabi. But I know where I come from. I can never deny my ancestry. See, Biafra is getting big boost right away from Israel.
America.
Not only Israel, the congressmen, the lawmakers in the House, in the United States of America, they are giving Biafra a boost, international boost. Not only America even, what about Germany? Germany, you have the Jews, largest number of Jews in Germany, in Europe is in Germany. So we are going back to where we come from. Biafra has come to stay. That land, portion of land where we are, is full of what? Natural resources that is worthy of taking that country Biafra for over 500 years. Gas deposits, coal, mining. Peter Mba has started stealing, tapping from it, without making an announcement to Ndi Enugu that coal mining in Enugu has become operational. He's doing it with his Fulani masters. They are stealing from the coal. There are many other resources that God has deposited naturally in Igbo land. We are not going to derail from aligning with Israel. Israel is coming. In 1967, when war broke out, full escalation in Nigeria, Israeli, they rushed back to Middle East because Arab provoked Israel 54 years ago. That was 1970. Arab provoked Israel 56 years ago. That is 1969. Are you listening to me? Arab provoked Israel 57 years ago. That's why that war, Igbos are not concentrating because we lost one of our biggest allies. Israel. Though the Eastern African countries, Gambia, Uganda, Tanzania, even South Africa, Southern Africa, Zimbabwe, Rhodesia then, the name of Zimbabwe then was Rhodesia. Rhodesia joined Biafra, they fought alongside. I don't really understand. This time around, we are reckoning, we are counting on Israel to come to our help, because it is time for the Prince of Africa to emancipate. And he has come. I mean, the first Jewish state in Africa, Biafra.